Recently, a viewer on the West Coast thought the setting, the bar set was very cozy. And I appreciate that viewer on the West Coast. She knows who she is. She's got my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, it's me, T-Bone, from the Lunsby Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew. It's Friday night, and that means only one thing. It's time for the WARNO. Your WARNO lasts the length of one beer. So let's get the timer ready, and then we're going to tell you about things happening in and around the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area this weekend. And there's a lot of stuff going on, starting with this drink. As a young lass, I came across a thing called a snake bite, and that is the mixing of cider. This is a Stella Artois cider. It's a mixing of cider and ale. So I found this cider today at my local Wise, and I tasted it, and I was like, I wonder if I can make a homemade snake bite. A half and half, if you will. These bring back memories. I don't know. I'm using a Killian's Red as the ale. It's homemade, okay? You got to make some substitutions, some adjustments as necessary. Now, that's half a cider, half a beer, or a lager. What do you think it's going to taste like? I'm going to tell you, Stella Artois, their cider is delicious. So I didn't taste it here. I'm just telling you, trust me, it's delicious. Now I've mixed it with Killian's Red. Did I ruin it or did I improve it? Is the timer tonight going to be exceptional? Pinkies up. We'll find out together. It smells exactly like you would expect it to smell. Hey man, sometimes you got to try things. Sometimes you got to break a couple of eggs to make an omelet, and I love the taste of that. Is that an original snake bite? No. Is it a close proximity? Absolutely yes. Get yourself some cider, get yourself some Killian's Red, mix those two together, and enjoy the taste. That's quite nice. Let's take a look over here in the comments real quick. Hey, George Wallace, the greatest, the myth, the legend. Hey, George, good to see you again. It's been a long time, my friend. Robert's out there with his namaste. Julie's out there. All right, we got a good crew watching tonight. Again, this is the WARNO. It's your Friday night, one beer long show to tell you about things going on in and around the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area, beginning with Friday night comedy. And we do comedy very well in this city. Let me tell you what's going on in two different locations. As always, my heart is with the Comedy Zone. I owe a lot of loyalty to them, so I've got to tell you about what's going on at the Comedy Zone, and we'll start with them at first. Doors open at 7:45. Show starts at 8:15. Akeem Woods and bugger. I was so close. I don't know Homer Shadowheart. I don't know him. I remembered Shadowheart. I couldn't remember Homer. So Akeem Woods is your headliner. Homer Shadowheart is your feature. And your MC for the whole weekend is the winner of Harrisburg's hilarious competition, Mr. Drew Brooks, who is very funny in his own right. So you got three killers. The show starts at 8:15. Doors open at 7:45. Tickets are $20 a person. Ain't no special deals going on right now, so don't drop my name. Don't throw me into this. Tickets are $20 a person on the low side. You want to go to the high side? Oh, you could spend some money. Just tell Keith you want the best seats available. Tell the guy taking your money you want the best seats available and throw him a couple hundred bones. He's going to get you some amazing seats. That's tonight at the Comedy Zone. Again, show start at 8:15. Akeem Woods and Homer Shadowheart. But what else is going on tonight in the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area? T-Bone, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what else is going on tonight. And you are going to be... Oh, it's not even here. I'll tell you why. Hold on. Sip. All right, there's conversations going on over there that I'm not involved in, and Mike Nasso just joined us. Hey, Mike, good seeing you. The Church of Satire. The Church of Satire. 106 Broadway in Hanover, Pennsylvania tonight. Get in the car now. Get going. Doors open at 7:30. Here's who I remember to the best of my ability without looking at my notes. Anthony, I want to say pickle in Italian right now, but I lost soda. Anyway, Anthony Pickle's going to be there. I'm not saying he's starting, but he's going to be there. Sean Light's going to be there. Matt Joseph is going to be there. Onomatopoeia is going to be there, and the headliner for that is James Finn. Onomatopoeia is not the guy's name. I believe the name he chose to go by. And in comics, when you're thinking about using a different name other than your own, it's okay, but think about it. His is ACK exclamation point. And it might as well be onomatopoeia, because, you know, I don't know the guy. I'm sure he's funny, but when you think about names that stick. Anthony Pickle is a name that sticks. I'm telling you. Matt Joseph, that's a good name. It's got two of the saints right there, you know. Sean Light. That sounds like a superhero of some kind. And the headliner, James Finn, can't go wrong with that. Again, 106 Broadway, Hanover, Pennsylvania, tonight at the Church of Satire. So you got that going on. You got the Comedy Zone going on. And that is going to get you through your Friday night. Yeah, you know, I'm going to do this and you can't charge me any money. But you know what makes this my element, Mike? Aha. Taking another sip of the timer. Got to keep this thing going. So that's your Friday night. Moving on into Saturday, between the hours of 11 and 2, it's Pet Supplies Plus in Lemoyne. Just Google it, Pet Supplies Plus in Lemoyne, between the hours of 11 and 2. They got treats, they got snacks, they got critters. I am still new to Central Pennsylvania, okay? I learn things all the time. And the fact that they have a farm animal rescue organization, that's, to me, hilarious. That, you know, because a farm animal is nom, 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 you know? But no, these, they have an organization that rescues badly treated farm animals. And they're really well intended and they're lovely people. So between the hours of 11 and 2 at Pet Supplies Plus in Lemoyne, they'll have snacks, they'll have treats, and they'll have critters. You can come out and see some of the critters that they've rescued. Some of them have become famous on the local news. You can buy your pet some treats that they make homemade, or you can buy yourself a couple snacks that they also make homemade. All of this is to raise money for the Sawmill at... Come on, man. I do really good on most of these. On most of these things, I do really good, and don't forget my lines. Line! Saw the... Oh, it's the Lodge at Sawmill Sanctuary. The Lodge at Sawmill, you can look them up, or you can join them. Remember, treats, snacks, critters. That's 11 to 2 in Lemoyne at Pet Supplies Plus. Stop by, buy some of their products, give them some donations, check out what they do for animals in need of farm animals. Sorry, I got to say that with a straight face. Check out what they do for farm animals. I almost said for farm animals with a straight face. Take two. Find out what they do for farm animals that have been abused. Nom, nom, nom. All right, there he is. We got Daryl McClain watching us. Yes, sir. That is what you heard inside the box. That is your Friday night. That is your Saturday morning. Is there any comedy going on in the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area on a Saturday, T-Bone? Of course there is. Again, you got Akeem Woods and Homer Shadowheart, along with the very funny, hilarious, Harrisburg's own Drew Brooks. That, $20, 110 Limekon Road, the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. You can buy tickets in advance at hbgcomedyzone.com. You can do that, or you can show up at the door, say hi to Keith for me. Pay the money, they're going to get you great seats. Every seat in the house is a great seat. It's a wonderful room. You're going to love it. So you go there, you have a blast. Or if you're not going there, or you don't want to spend any money, because maybe you went on Friday night and you don't want to go back on Saturday and see the same guys. You want to do something different. check out my friend Dom Driscoll. He is starting a new open mic on Saturday nights, biannually, every fortnight Saturday night. He's doing an open mic at the Roadhouse. Roadhouse. And, you know, we'll see what happens. The fun thing about open mics is you never know what's going to happen. But if you know the host, you know it's going to be a good show. So Dom Driscoll is going to be hosting an open mic at the Roadhouse. That's at 1031 Eisenhower Drive in Harrisburg. You can Google all this stuff, but I'm doing it from memory, and I'm kind of impressed with myself. It's what's called prep, producer. I prep. Yes, I am aware of the circuits of the Americas, but that's not what we're going to talk about tonight in the producer segment. So there I go. That gets you through your Friday night, your Saturday day, options for your Saturday night. Is there anything going on Sunday? Sunday. There's a lot of stuff going on Sunday. To begin with, Austin, Texas. The race of the Americas, the U.S. Grand Prix. I am happy to report that my loving spouse now enjoys Formula One as much as I do. So race weekends have become a big thing in the Knuckles household. So I am looking forward to another scarlet red win. Viva Ferrari. and I'm happy, she's happy when they win. I just don't like it. But as long as it's not Max. Colonoscopy prep. I don't know where she's going with that. Okay, so anything going on Sunday morning? Yes, you got the race that's going to be happening on Sunday. If you're not into Formula One, you should check it out. It's a blast. But all of that aside, 10:30 Sunday mornings live on Facebook. Right here live on Facebook, we do the supplemental. And the supplemental is so fun. We get together, we tell you about your national days of the week in advance of the week to come so that you're prepared for any things that may happen. We tell you about a community service note or a comedy service note, something that's going on in and around the area. We try to promote good things happening with good people. And we finish it up with a trivia contest or a trivia exam of this week in history. And week after week after week, we just have a blast doing that. If you haven't checked it out yet, come join us. 10:30 Sunday mornings, the supplemental. Hold on. The supplemental. It's all in the eyes. You see how I brought the eyes down? That's it. There are some other things happening. Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. You can go to the Comedy Zone. You can check out comedy for free. Tuesday nights is a local mic. A little bit more experienced comedians working stuff out in a small atmosphere. Thursday nights is an open mic. Anybody shows up, anybody, it's free. It's a good time for all involved, all right? So there's a whole week worth of comedy, a little community service note, the supplemental, and we still got a lot of that snake bite left. And for those of you who are joining late, tonight's drink is Stella Artois cider. Half of that mixed with half a Killian's Red. And that is a homemade snake bite, and it's delightful. I am enjoying it. Mr. Taney, choose in space. I have no idea why you would say that. Hello, Miss Adkins. I haven't seen you in a long time. Tell your hubby I said hi. All right. So that's that, and that. Now, because the producer says I don't focus enough on the audience. I focus on comedy, and none of you live here. Some of you live here, but most of you do not live here. She gives me a segment every week, and I bring it to you. And this week's segment is, what are you dressing up for on Halloween? That's a good question. Halloween's right around the corner. People are starting to celebrate now. I know there's a lot of Deadpools out there, a lot of Wolverines out there, a lot of people with little red buttons on their nose. That was a recent comedy show in Port Carbon, Pennsylvania. What are you wearing for Halloween this year? What are you dressing the kids up for as Halloween this year? I know a lot of us are old and we don't dress up because we're old. You can still dress up. You can still do something a little out of the ordinary. It's a work day this year. The 31st is on a Thursday. The Inquisition. I would love it if the local police force shows dressed up. If they dressed up like the Inquisition, that would make my day beyond making of all days. If you're not going to tell me, because maybe it's a surprise, if you're not going to tell me what your Halloween costume is this year, why don't you tell me what was your favorite Halloween costume ever? Now you got about this much time to get your response in. I'm going to share mine because there's a bit of a time delay. My favorite Halloween costume of all time was my wife's Little Red Riding Hood costume. She fine. She fine as hell, man. The reason I love that costume so much is because I got to be an accessory. I got to dress up as the big bad wolf. Now, we're not into fur play, but we could be when Little Red Riding Hood come messing with the big bad wolf. But here's the part of the story I want to share with you. I get this really pretty good wolf costume, and I put it on, and I'm upstairs in one of the changing rooms we had available to us, and I called her on the phone and I said, "Come visit me in this room, but make sure the dog does not come in the room." I was very adamant about this because I know if the dog came in the room, he was going to eat me because I was a much bigger dog in his house. So I was very, very clear to my beautiful betrothed, please do not let the dog in the room. Are we clear? We're clear. Only seconds later, the door burst open and I was violently attacked by my own dog, ripping the mask off my face as quickly as possible to reassure the dog that I was not a threat. She tried to kill me. Still one of my favorite costumes. Now, she liked being a Little Red Riding Hood. Nice. Caitlin is 11 from Stranger Things. Cooper is Steve McQueen from Le Mans. I cannot wait to see these pictures. That excites me. And Patrick is going to be Kazam from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The wife is going to be dressed as a cop. To be fair, Zeus does what he... Hey! You're right, but language. All right, because my friend Mike Nasso has decided to join us tonight, how about we get one in? I'm $4 down. I'd like to win one back. We're going to let you go first. No 6. You ain't got no 6. You ain't got nothing. Hey, look who decided to finally watch. You're going to have to go back and check this one out. I promise. It's worth the rewind. Roll number 2. Oh, you can't do that. That's no good. Is this your first time rolling? What's going on over there? Ooh, 3 6s. But you can't use 3 6s. You can use one of them. It is your last roll. You got a 6. You got a 5. You did not get a 4. I might be able to win one of my dollars back right now. That's it, baby. That's money. In Ship's Cabin Crew, it's all about the side bets. You say something like, "That's money. That's point right there." And then somebody puts some money over the side. They put some money over the side. It's all about the side bets. And I would have won that side bet because there's my 6, there's my 5, there's my 4, there's my 6. Now, I'm only down $3. It's always fun on a Friday night to hang out with my friends for one beer or one homemade snake bite. Checking the comments real quick. I'll read them later. I'll like them later. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for playing along. Cheers along with me as we wrap. Oh, let me do this. I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you're a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Brew sends her love. Arriva, e abajo, e centro, e pa dentro. Stay safe, everybody.